Hey everyone, welcome to Jackalope Tales
Extra.
bonus.
Bonus extras.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's something that doesn't fit in the podcast category.
Boner.
This who just said boner is Lisa Umbarger, the original bassist and a founding member of the Toadies.
And this is Charles Mooney, original guitar player for the Toadies.
Yeah, we founded the band, didn't we?
Back in the day.
Way back when.
We were much younger and
this tall.
healthier and
Oh, man. Don't get me started on health.
had more teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what
I was going to
happened.
say, I chipped one, but I haven't lost any,
Same.
thank God. But last time we did a discussion of the very first Toady
Recording.
release. Yeah.
Right. And the reaction was so good, we're going to do it again.
God, yes. That's so cool.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening. And yeah, so we're going to do this again where we've still got my box of things. So today, this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is like Toadies Mach 2.
Right.
we
Yeah.
got to another level on this one.
And you'll recognize the art from Rubberneck again, because again, we're using Dan Leitner for the art. But this one really, really looks like Rubberneck.
I remember always thinking that a couple of them do look like Todd, but they're not based on Todd because the pictures existed before the paintings existed before we did
Todd.
the recordings. Well, Dan's not that old.
Well, he used a lot of because I saw the original picture that Rubberneck was based on, and he used a bunch of like stills from like 1940s and 1950s movies.
Yeah.
So that has this kind of look.
It does. I mean, look at the apparel they're wearing. I mean, slacks and a belt, and it's kind of that whole fit that's kind of the older generation.
Right.
So
And we had more money on this one, you can tell. Because look, you didn't have to make that on your
I
Apple
didn't
computer.
have to type it on the printer.
It actually printed on the tape itself.
I know. We really stepped it up a notch. And now there were 7 songs rather than 2.
Right.
But this was still something we put out ourselves.
Right.
Wasn't? Yeah.
Yeah, we put this out ourselves. And again, we sold this at the Sound Warehouse on Camp Bowie.
Right. This one still has the wrapper
in Fort
on it.
Worth.
So if someone wants to pay me $1 million for an unopened copy,
It's definitely
hook up with
at
me.
least $1 million.
Oh yeah,
At least.
I know. That's a discount. That's like a
It still smells new.
and Lisa's nose has touched it. Now it's a 1.5 million. So
It's fun to go into the liner notes on this.
yeah.
Well, actually, let's talk about the songs first.
Why not? Yeah, this was when we started writing a few more into like the next level, because we kind of had some basic ones to begin with.
Right.
But oh yeah, some of these precursors to Rubberneck.
Right.
I
Because
mean,
Mr. Love is on there.
Yep.
Velvet's on there.
Yep. Possum
Possum
Kingdom's
Kingdom.
on there. And then Stop It was a cover.
Yeah, from Pylon. So I am a huge Pylon fan. They're from, I think, Athens.
Yeah, I think it
Athens,
was Georgia.
GA.
Yeah.
And I saw some kind of documentary, and that was when I was first exposed to Pylon. I don't think they toured through here, at least while it was on my radar.
Yeah.
So I never did get a chance to see them live. But god dang, the video that exists of their live shows is amazing. And I love that song, Stop It.
No, I remember choosing that one.
And I would play that all the time warming up.
And I don't think I knew the song before you brought it out.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my God. It was kind of Toady-ish. Well,
Very much so.
which means we were kind of pylon-ish.
Yep. So
Because they were
Yeah, so we were influenced by Pylon without hearing Pylon.
Right. Let's see. And then Run In with Dad. That was one
Oh,
that had happened. We had done that one kind of early on.
right. And so Daryl Herbert was not in the band yet.
No.
But
Yeah.
that's a Daryl Herbert story that he told us. Do you remember?
Not that well. I do remember him telling the story, but I don't remember.
So if I can do it justice, and I don't think I can. So my memory is that he brought a girl home and was having sex with her on the couch,
Mhm.
and his dad walked in.
Oh, God.
And his dad called him over and wanted to have a discussion with him. And that song is about that.
That discussion.
That uncomfortable discussion with your dad.
Ooh, yeah. No. Let's see. Velvet. Yeah. Was Velvet on Rubberneck?
Yep.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yep.
And then, of course, I Burn, heavier version on this one. Got a Heart. Gosh. That one goes way back.
Wait, that was at the very beginning. That was one of the first probably 6 or 7 songs we wrote, probably, I'm guessing.
I want to
right?
say it was, because when I look at some of the old flyers, I see Got a Heart
right
on quite a few of the
Yeah,
early
so I'm thinking Got a Heart might have even been one of the top 5 songs we wrote, first 5.
Yeah. And I think you're in the same boat I am, but we had no idea Possum Kingdom would be the big hit for the band. We were
No.
thinking Mr. Love, or I remember thinking Mr. Love was the one that was going to
Right. Same.
work the best for us.
Right.
And look how that happened.
And Mr. Love we wrote after Michael Moore wasn't in the band. Because it was about the band he was in, Pop Poppins. And I think
Yes.
maybe we were a little bit sore that he picked Pop Poppins over us.
Oh,
Maybe a little bit.
You know what? Just a Mike Moore story. I just remembered that. I mean, this very moment, I just remembered. But he was, and it still is, such a damn good drummer. But I remember Todd telling me he was frustrated, or it just would frustrate him because he would be describing the song to Michael, and Michael would just kind of be like, just letting it soak in.
Yeah.
And Todd would be frustrated because he'd be like, does that make sense? Do you get it? He's like, yeah. And he's like, are you sure? I mean, he just wouldn't come back with much. It just like his brain would just program it.
Yeah. He
And
was
it
like
was
a
golden.
computer.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And it took Todd a while to get used to it because he wanted reassurance that it was going to sound okay. And Mike wasn't very verbal in that way because it came through when he played, which was amazing.
That's right. But you're right. When he ended up leaving us, because we were like, we know you told us you weren't going to stay with us, but damn, you're so good.
Right.
And then he goes back to Pop Poppins. And so, yeah, that was towards the Bill, wasn't it?
Bill Hittry, who's, again, a lovely person. All the guys in Pop Poppins are amazingly sweet men.
Very much. Yeah.
And so it's so funny that we have a song called Mr. Love about their guitar player. Again, kind of like with Edie, perfectly sweet, nice person. So I
never
guess
did
maybe
anything to us.
Maybe we
we just lash out. We're just that kind of group.
I think it's maybe because we're chicken shit and we're not going to go after the bad people. We're going to go after the nice people.
I know. Look at us starting the trend of slamming people in music. Well, I don't know. It's been around forever.
It's been around, but we
definitely
slam the
kept it
people who are
going.
nice people.
Yeah.
So that we started that trend. So we're not going to go after the bad people. We're going to go after the nice people.
Yeah, the nice people don't fight back. But looking at who's on here, I mean, of course, you, me, and Todd, and there's Mark.
So this is the first recording, I believe, where Mark Reznicek is on it.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. And we added a second guitar player so Todd could just sing.
Yeah.
And there was a short period of the Toadies where we added Tracy Sourwine, female guitar player.
Yeah. From
who
Dallas.
played rhythm guitar.
Yeah. And when we needed a drummer, she knew Mark.
Right. They
And-
were in a band together.
Yeah. And she was the one that brought Mark to us.
Right.
So, and now he's the drummer to this day.
Right.
But yeah, so he kind of got started a little bit after we had already been playing for a while. Oh, there's thanking Daryl again.
Right. See, he's always in the wings there.
Yeah, yeah. But we've got, the venues we played at. Trees Club Clearview. That was when we finally made it into Dallas.
Right.
The radio station.
We're thinking a bunch of people at Trees too, like Jeff Lyles and Big Steve.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that were hanging out at Trees working hard, who had our backs, we thank them.
Yeah.
I love this thank you. Everyone under 30 in Weatherford. Because you posted that video of Todd getting shocked.
Yes.
And that was in Weatherford. We didn't realize we had so many fans in Weatherford. We played that.
Oh my God.
What is it? A VFW?
Yes. Yeah.
It was a VFW in Weatherford, and it was.
Or it was an armory, but you're
armory.
right.
Yeah, an armory. That's right.
It was. I mean, just punk skate kids galore.
And after that, things started taking off because this was recorded in 92.
Yeah.
So that's when the Toadies took this next step forward. And that's why we had enough money to make this tape because we were actually getting paid at shows.
Right, right.
But those kids in Weatherford, man, they took us to the next level.
Oh, they did. They did. And in fact, I had someone comment on one of my posts the other day that we should have a discussion about that video. So I think we will be doing that.
Yeah.
Where we
break
talk
it down.
all the experience we had of being at that show.
That was really cool.
Oh, it was amazing, but there were some dangerous things about that show.
There were dangerous things, but that was the first time that I felt like, holy crap. Okay, things are starting to happen.
Yeah, because I think we headlined. And it was.
Which was weird because we were like, really?
Yeah.
We're the biggest band on this lineup? Okay.
And here we are just rolling up with our equipment, being like, where do we set up? Let's see. And then
I think this is our funny little slam that not very many people will get. And our 60 friends. Do you remember what that's about?
Was it about the attendance?
No.
Do tell them. I forgot.
So we got we were getting slighted by a local DJ in Dallas, George Gamar.
Okay, yes.
And we couldn't figure out why this guy didn't like us or why we weren't including on the local compilations.
Right.
And he basically told someone, and I can't remember if it was in print or
just a verbal.
He said, well, they're not really worth anything. It's when they show up, it's just them playing some Pixie songs and their 60 friends.
Yes, that's right. That came back. Oh,
yeah.
God.
So I probably didn't say it exactly like he said it, but that's, and we were like, we have 60 friends. I actually thought that was pretty cool. It was like, fuck yeah, we got 60 friends.
Yeah.
And,
oh, God.
Right. So that was our little dig to that DJ who never, ever, ever supported us.
No.
Ever.
Punk.
Ever.
And let's see. That was, we recorded this also at Crystal Clear, where we had done our 2-song cassette.
Yep.
And I Burn, which was recorded on Daryl's 4-track.
Right. See?
I know. Wow.
I don't remember doing that on his 4-track.
I don't either. I'm wondering. I don't know. I read that and I'm like, did we? But I guess we did.
So maybe he loaned it to us.
Must have been.
We're going to have to ask Daryl. We'll get him on the show and ask him.
I know. Hopefully he'll remember all that. But yeah.
And I remember the discussion when we put this tape was not produced.
Right, because the first one showed Todd as producer, and
Right.
it's like, oh, screw all the formality.
Right, because they're like, it's really not produced because we went in, we recorded them,
Yep.
and it's pretty much what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hit play, and there's some engineering and mastering
Yeah.
that happened, but it really wasn't produced.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think it's funny because, first of all, Todd's phone number is on the very bottom.
I know.
And I'm sure it's not his phone number anymore. But that address was a P.O. box in the UPS or the mail drop store that was right across the parking lot at Sound Warehouse.
Right.
Right next to El Phoenix.
Right. And I remember I had a key to it, and
Yeah.
either Todd or I would go and check the mail,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
there would be like people would send us tapes and letters.
That's when
and
it was
stuff.
fun to check your mail.
Yes, it was really, really fun to check the mail because we got all sorts of
Yeah.
fun stuff, stickers,
Yeah.
love letters or whatever.
That's that. See, memories come flooding back. But that was a big step towards getting. The next one recorded was Pleather.
Right.
So we'll have to touch on that one in
Right.
another episode.
But cover design again by Karen Lane and photography by Josh Robertson. So I'm guessing, and I can't remember, Josh would have to pipe in. I guess he went and took pictures of Dan's painting.
Oh, yep. I think
I'm guessing that's what happened.
Yeah.
So he stopped by and took a nice picture so he could get this.
Yeah, because there's no art in here except for that.
Right.
But damn, that looks good. I love the colors and everything.
I do too.
That came out great.
And I think you'll see again that there's no pictures of the band anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about that on Rubberneck when we get to Rubberneck, because there's no pictures of the band on Rubberneck either.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, there's a super secret picture
Ooh.
for those who found it. But yeah.
Look at you.
But
Teasing for the next.
This looks really good. I remember we were really happy with the art, the sound of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, holy cow, man, this is
is making us look legit.
right. This is what we wanted to do.
Right.
And we did all of it ourselves, and it looks great.
And I think, just from playing those shows, that helped us get the money for it. And I think we also got the money for it from winning 2 TCU Battle of the Bands.
We didn't win, though.
Well, no, you're right. We made money off of it.
We came in second.
Second, twice
in a row.
I mean, that is the Toadies' life, to come in second.
Right. But we didn't care because we got enough money to record.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you're right. I think we did use that.
Yeah. I think that was a lot of it right there.
Do you remember who we lost to?
Money from. No. Who?
I don't remember.
Oh, I thought you. No,
that's what I was wondering.
I thought you
was
knew.
Pop Poppins one of the bands one time?
I used to have a shirt of who was there, but you know what? Pop Poppins may have been there, because I don't know. Did one of you Hitchery brothers go to TCU? Because
I'm wondering if Pop Poppins won at least one of the times.
Because I went to school there. That got us into the contest.
The second time, I thought we were going to win.
Oh.
We had a lot of fans there.
We had, yes, and we even had the director of the program come up and say, y'all should have won. And it's
yes.
Like, well,
I mean, because like a ton of people came.
Yeah.
And the first time, there wasn't very many people there.
No.
And it wasn't that big of a deal. The second time, it was a huge turnout.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fans there. I mean, it was like a full-on show, even though we played maybe like 5 songs.
Yeah, I think they kept it shorter.
Yeah, so it was very short. It was like 4 or 5 songs, and people went crazy and moshed, and
that was
and it was
so
fun
good. At TCU,
right? And
yes.
My parents even came out to that.
Oh yeah,
had lawn chairs.
That's the safest place for parents to go, is a college campus.
Right. So.
But that's the story on Velvet. And if you want to hold this, just pay me $1.5 million.
Right.
And
Did we get into how we got the name Velvet?
No, we didn't.
We should maybe just talk about that. Let's end with that.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to remember that.
Okay, so
too.
Yeah. So we like euphemisms for things that aren't just dirty.
Oh, well, yeah. Now I know what you're going
And
toward. Yeah.
we were watching it was SNL,
Mm-hmm.
and they referred to a vagina as a velvet igloo.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
And so after that, we wrote Velvet. And it's about a woman
Yep.
that Todd was or was not married to. And basically, instead of saying the C word,
Yeah.
we said Velvet.
And I think on this cassette, it has the intro to Velvet that I got from a 70s porn movie.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Oh, my God, I need to listen to this again.
It was, yeah, because oh, God, and that brings, okay, another story then. Because a guy that we worked with at Sound Warehouse, it was Todd, the guy with the long hair.
Yes.
And he worked at a video store that was on Cherry Lane, and they had porn tapes, but it was illegal because it was in Tarrant County, and you had to go in and ask for
Cherry Lane special.
No, actually, I think it was under British history. You had to go to the desk and ask for the videotapes of British history.
Okay.
And then they would supply you, or they'd let you rent out a porn movie. And I remember having him hook me up with one. And it was the weirdest thing ever because, I mean, my God, I'm 20 or 21 and I'm watching porn and recording it for this. And it's like, oh, and it's like,
they're so hairy.
And I kept hoping my parents wouldn't come in the room while I'm trying to get this recorded. Yeah.
And you're like, this is for a project, I promise.
Yeah, it is. It's for the band.
My pants are around my ankles. Leave my room.
But yeah, it was, I think it was the guy where he was saying, well, it was like she was going to teach a sexercise class.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, you can teach other women to do this. Oh, you should. And that's what we sampled for that.
It is. I remember that now. We used to use a bunch of samples, in fact.
And I remember being influenced from the Butthole Surfers.
Yes, that's
for bringing that kind of stuff in. I love that aspect
because they had they had intros to all of their songs that were just as soon as you heard the intro, they were just iconic, and you know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So
now this has gone up to 2 million because now you can hear the porn intro.
The illegal porn.
That's right. The British history. But another stroll down memory lane. That's cool as hell.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. And if any of this is interesting to you and you want us to keep on doing it, we're going to keep going because, we still got pleather.
Oh, God.
We'll have to dig up a copy of Slaphead.
Yes.
Remember that one?
We'll have to talk about Rubberneck.
And we'll have to talk about Rubberneck.
Yeah.
And show you the super secret picture.
And then there's some other demo tapes in here. I mean,
this one, I want to talk about Heaven on a Stick.
Yeah.
It's got a Goo Goo Dolls connection.
This one's a Sinatra cover. God, I mean, there's so
many. I mean, come on. Someday we'll get around to this one.
I know. It was way better then. All right. But thanks for listening. Be sure to listen to Jackalope Tales podcast. New episodes every Wednesday.
Yeah. Please subscribe too. It helps us out a lot.
Yes. Like, subscribe, comment. We might even do a Q&A thing in this kind of format. So send us questions, comments, concerns.
I'm concerned. Well, don't be a Karen, though.
You're going to have to submit it, though.
Oh, yeah. Submit
the concern.
And then we'll make fun of you. So, yeah, submit the concern.
Yeah.
So we can all make fun of you because you're probably nice and trying to help us out. And
we attack nice people.
We do.
We still do to this day. All right.
Thanks, y'all. See you later.
Thanks all. Bye.